Let's be crystal clear. The President of the United States is calling for the execution of elected officials. This is an outright threat, and it's deadly serious. We have already seen what happens when Donald Trump tells his followers that his political opponents are enemies of the state. Every time Donald Trump...
Oh, walk this clown out in the handcuffs. We need term limits. I'm sick of all this political theater, all these I'm sick of these Democrats. I'm sick of these clowns, man. This pathetic moron. They ought to walk his old butt out. We need term limits. Take his glasses off, take that god doggone suit off, and walk this brother out in handcuffs. They should have walked him out a long time ago. You are a disgrace, Chuck. And both sides think the same. Even the people on the other side think it's time for you to go, sir.
I'm so tired.
Really see something that said, take a look what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. When you try to we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Y'all, you just can't make this up.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative
Whole
Chrissy
video.
Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
Who take risks each day to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals
Against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
Refuse. Disobey the order, the unlawful orders. The commander-in-chief. There's no way they set up a camera. They set up a tripod, video camera, and made this video. I just. Oh.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law.
Or our Constitution.
We know this is hard and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
The Army,
Our Navy,
The Air Force.
your vigilance is
Oh, put some oil on that bald head, sir. Put some oil on that bald head. Shine it up for us.
critical.
and know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws.
our Constitution,
You know how they always end it. The American people. The people.
and who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
You just can't make that up. You just can't.
The President of the United States just called for Democratic members of Congress to be executed.
Oh, hell. I tell you, we sick of y'all, man. We sick of these Democrats. We sick of these politicians. Let's clap it up for Trump. I mean, man. He couldn't wait. They just couldn't wait to pull out the script. Couldn't wait to set up his little tripod and the little camera device and look bad and mad and tough in his little video, you know, Because, hey, the big bad orange man is the president. Yeah. We don't take y'all serious. When are they going to understand, man? This is why the Democrat Party is done, man.
This is not normal.
This is not normal.
We cannot allow this to feel normal. This, as far as I know, has never happened before in the history of the country. Every Democratic member of the Senate and the House, their life is in jeopardy.
Oh, their life's in jeopardy.
Right now, especially those that were specifically targeted by this social media post. Democratic senators and House members who were simply saying that no member of the military should act illegally or in violation of the Constitution. The President of the United States just called for members of Congress to be executed.
Cut. Sir, can you go back and redo it and re-say the line when you went in like that, you know? Yeah, come on, you got to make it better than this, sir. Sir, you got to make it better than this. All right. We're going to cut it. We're going to bring you back in. We're going to cut from that same frame. And we're going to, all right. Remember, big bad orange man, remember. He just called for the members to be executed. And, you know, maybe you can, instead of saying executed, maybe say kill or something. It'll sound way better. And even put, you know, it'll make him even look more like the big bad orange man. All right? Cute.
If you are a person of influence in this country, maybe it's time to pick a fucking side.
Oh, now he's pulling. Oh, make sure you say the F word. Make sure you pull an F bomb. Okay, that's all. You make people. It really come out of people. It'll make it really come out of people if you pull the F bomb. Okay.
If you are a Republican in Congress, if you are a Republican governor, maybe it's time to draw a line in the sand and say that under no circumstances should the President of the United States be calling on his political opposition to be hanged. We are at a very dangerous moment right now. The President is engaged in the wholesale incitement, endorsement, and rationalization of political violence in this country. This is a very slippery slope that we are on. This is a moment for people to step up, for Republicans to step up, for business leaders to step up. Anybody who has a voice or a soapbox in this country needs to draw a line in the sand and say that it is not acceptable for the President of the United States to call on the murder of his political opposition.
Oh, I almost fell a damn sleep. Cut. Let's redo it. Can you pull 2 more F bombs? And can we make executed into kill? And can you just again make it really sound like, make people really feel like this is the big bad orange man and threat to democracy. Oh, you forgot to add that our democracy is under attack. It's unconstitutional, unpresidential, and you know, hey. I'm not gonna say that on camera, but it's all right, family. Y'all know I'm not gonna go too far, man. But we sick of these clowns, man. Y'all are embarrassing. Get this brother off my screen.
Here today,
Oh hell, Chuck got a ding dong up his butt. Let's do the fear mongering, and I think he's gonna pull the J6 card. Let's clap it up for him. Let's clap it up for Chuck.
Trump shared a post on Truth Social calling for Democratic members of Congress to be hanged.
Yeah.
He also posted a message that said, seditious behavior, punishable by death.
Yeah.
Let's be crystal clear. The President of the United States is calling for the execution of elected officials.
Yeah.
This is an outright threat, and it's deadly serious.
Oh, yeah.
We have already seen what happens when Donald Trump tells his followers that his political opponents are enemies of the state.
Oh, here come J6. Here it come.
Every time Donald Trump posts things like this, he makes political violence more likely.
Here it comes.
None of us should tolerate this kind of behavior.
Yeah.
We all remember what January 6th was
January
like.
6th,
we lived through January.
They ought to walk, They ought to walk you and Nancy Pelosi out in handcuffs. I tell you.
January 6th. We have lived through the assassination and attempted assassinations this year. We have members whose families have had to flee their homes. When Donald Trump uses the language of execution and treason, some of his supporters may very well listen. He is lighting a match in a country soaked with political gasoline. Every senator, every representative, every American, regardless of party, should condemn this immediately and without qualification. Because if we don't draw a line here, there is no line left to draw.
Yeah.
Who would have thought the President of the United States saying his opponents should be hanged?
Yeah.
It's outrageous. No president has ever stooped as low as Donald Trump.
Yeah.
None.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you.
He's made political violence a feature of his politics.
Yeah.
And if we don't draw a line here, there's no line left to draw. And yet today, he crossed yet another line that no democracy can afford to tolerate. He must be condemned forcefully, loudly, and without excuses before someone takes his words as permission to do the unthinkable. Anything less enables the flames of hatred to grow and spread.
Yeah. Y'all clap it up for Chuck. Y'all clap it up. We knew what was coming. We knew he was going to read off that script well and perfectly. Yeah, we knew that was coming, Chuck. Yeah. Thank you, Chuck. Yeah, I tell you, man, they ought to walk him out, man. People have had enough of this crap, man. They ought to walk Chuck out in hand. They ought to take his glasses off and take his suit off and walk his old butt out. We need to implement some kind of term limit. He's been in there too long, you know. Just a big dirty old bird. But oh hell, they say Trump didn't call for somebody to be executed, for the Democrats, the disgraceful members of Congress to be executed. Oh hell. We need term limits. People be walked out. There ought to be a sweep down there in that sewer, not a swamp. They say it's not a swamp anymore, family. They say it's a sewer. You know, there's been a lot of sabotaging, backstabbing, Trump bad, orange man, dictator, threat to democracy. You know, the same with the fake news media, the leftist liberals, you know, the socialist communists. People think something is free. You just can't get it. People, it's just a disgrace, man. The world of politics is honestly just a disgrace, man. You know, we live in a corrupt scam matrix, man. And even if Trump was the best thing for this country, the best thing, and saved everything and bought everything down, made the prices zero, made the rates 0%, y'all still wouldn't be happy. And from what it looks like from this Epstein stuff, I think Trump, they might have orchestrated all. Him and Elon Musk might have been ahead of the game before everybody. I think they pulled a bait and switch on everybody and used Trump derangement syndrome against people. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but them chess moves, man, maybe Trump is actually getting what he wanted. And that's why he came out and said it was a hoax. It's this and that and this. And he said this when this happened. And maybe Trump is honestly ahead of the game. I'm letting everything play out. You know, there's been a lot of wins with this administration. There's been a lot of things we love, agree with, and some things we disagree with. But it's okay. You know? We're all human beings, man. We don't all think the same. You know? And that's one thing, the best part about this show, the best part about this channel, is hey, it is what it is, man. We accept everybody. We love everybody. We're wishing the best in everybody's life. You know, but we are going to call out the BS. We are going to keep it real. You know? And like I tell y'all, man, things are cooking right now. And eventually, we got to take it. We got to taste it. You know how grandma say, taste this, baby. Baby, taste this. Let me know is it good? Is it good? And you taste it and either say, grandma, and then grandma take that thing and hit you upside the head with it. Hey, it's okay. It's all right, man. But they are outraged right now with Trump made this post. And again, they're trying to pull, it's just a disgrace, man, you know, but we're not surprised. They be waiting for Trump to say any little thing so they can twist it, spin it, make Trump once again the big bad orange man. So, hey, here we are, man. Let's go and jump into this. Again, I hope everybody that's tuned in right now that you are blessed, well, and healthy. Don't care what side you are on. You know, we are rooting for the America First agenda. We're rooting for this administration. We're rooting for America, man. Simple. You know, and we're going to call it out for what it is, even if we agree or disagree. I don't care if you're liberal, conservative, Democrat, Republican. I don't care if you believe in the boogeyman. I don't care if you don't are not a non-believer. If you do believe, I'm always wishing the best in everybody's life, and we're going to continue to spread that love, and we're going to keep pushing, man. Simple. No other way around it. Let's jump into all this, though.
This morning, President Trump accused 6 Democratic lawmakers of seditious behavior punishable by death. Just to be clear, does the president want to execute members of Congress?
No. Let's be clear about what the president is responding to, because many in this room want to talk about the president's response, but not what brought the president to responding in this way. You have sitting members of the United States Congress who conspired together to orchestrate a video message to members of the United States military, to active duty service members, to members of the national security apparatus, encouraging them to defy the president's lawful orders. The sanctity of our military rests on the chain of command. And if that chain of command is broken, it can lead to people getting killed. It can lead to chaos. And that's what these members of Congress who swore an oath to abide by the Constitution are essentially encouraging. We have 1.3 active duty service members in this country. And if they hear this radical message from sitting members of Congress, that could inspire chaos, and it could incite violence, and it certainly could disrupt the chain of command. These 3 members of Congress, I will also add, knew exactly what they were doing. You look at Alyssa Slotkin. She's a former member of the CIA. Mark Kelly was a captain in the U.S. Navy. Maggie Goodlander was a naval officer, and notably, she is also the wife of Joe Biden's national security former advisor, Jake Sullivan. And so these members knew what they were doing. They were leading into their credentials as former members of our military, as veterans, as former members of the national security apparatus to signal to people serving under this commander-in-chief, Donald Trump, that you can defy him and you can betray your oath of office. That is a very, very dangerous message, and it perhaps is punishable by law. I'm not a lawyer. I'll leave that to the Department of Justice and the Department of War to decide.
Oh boy. You just can't make this up, man. What a time to be alive. And Donald Trump is your president. Told y'all be ready, man. We do not know what to expect next. I told you be ready. You know, every day is something new. And we know these Democrats, man, they can't wait to take things out of context, to make him once again be the big bad orange man, the threat to democracy, the threat, our Constitution, our democracy. Oh, you know, and we see how it's played out for the Democrats, man. They're done. They're desperate, you know. And I told you, the sabotaging, the backstabbing, you know, it's not going to stop, but it's going to backfire, you know. Just as we've seen with the shutdown. That's how we've seen with all the things that are taking place, man. And again, even with the whole Epstein thing, I'm telling you, I think Trump really, they really is one step ahead. That he said this and that. I'm telling you, maybe this was all orchestrated. Hey, you know how because them conspiracy theories, hey, they up thousands of points. But I'm not trying to go that route right now. But hey, man, they might have pulled a bait and switch and used Trump deranged syndrome on people, and here we are. And now things are gonna be released. We're gonna see how this all play out, though, man. You know, we seen what Trump's involvement with this and that, and when it came to Epstein and all that, and they still got to come out and retract words and say Trump has no wrongdoing. You don't have evidence to back up that false claim. Sorry. But boy, and now we got things just keep taking place, man. And I told you, it's only gonna get worse for Democrats, man. And they ought to be ashamed of themselves, you know. But Trump has demanded the arrest and trial of 6 Democratic members of Congress over a viral video urging troops to refuse orders, to refuse illegal orders, calling their actions seditious and punishable by death on Truth Social. You know, Trump just put death penalty on the table for Democrats telling troops to disobey him. Their crime, a video saying reject illegal orders. His words, seditious death. The party of threat to democracy just got threatened back hard. Oh boy, you know.
I'm Senator Alyssa.
In this disgraceful video, I'm telling you, these Democrats, I'm telling you, they can't wait to prop up a tripod, pop up a little camera, and read off script. They just can't wait. You know, they just can't wait. But it's a disgrace, man. It really is. You know. But the Democrats are undermining the presidency. Treason and citizens are being thrown around. You can't tell the military to stop following orders. President Trump hasn't done anything illegal, but the Democrats have. You just can't make it up, man. You know, you just can't make it up. Look at this clown here. You know. Chris Murphy is mad Trump wants people who committed treason to now be tried for treason. You don't want to be prosecuted for telling the U.S. military to disobey orders. Don't tell the U.S. military to disobey orders. I tell you, man, you just can't make this up, man. A Democrat member of Congress, including senators, just released a video encouraging members of the military to disobey orders from President Trump. The party of no kings is now encouraging a military. You just can't make it up, man. People are sick of this crap, and they're calling these Democrats out. They're sick of these videos, them propping up these tripods and these and getting up. You know, people are sick of it, man. Democrats released video urging military to defy Trump and hex orders. This is insanity. Elected officials encouraging insubordination and treason, undermining command instruction threatens national security. Completely reckless and a waste of time, man. You know, and these people, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. I think every last one of them ought to be walked out in handcuffs. You know, it's a disgrace, man, for real. But let me know what y'all think of this, man. I told you, we get through all the fat and the BS, and you know, we call it out for what it is. You know, we told y'all be ready for what's coming next. You know, it's not gonna stop with these Democrats, man. But Trump has snapped, man. He's had enough, and I think he's one step ahead of everybody. I do. We're gonna see how it all play out, though. But I think Trump is one step ahead with everything. You know, I told you, chess moves, man. But because, you know, and Trump said this is really bad and dangerous to our country. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. This is behavior from traitors. Lock them up. President DJT. I'll tell you, Democratic veterans in Congress urge service members to refuse unspecified unlawful orders. Unbelievable, man. And then they went as far as making a whole video. What do y'all think of this? Let me know in the comments. Y'all weigh in with your thoughts. Be real with me. I know y'all seen this trending, you know, a couple of hours ago, and even, you know, kind of like the end of yesterday. So we wanted to jump into it and, you know, just be real, man. It's a disgrace. We kind of covered it on the show earlier yesterday, and, you know, we didn't really jump into it like we did just now. But I seen those videos and Chuck Schumer standing up there giving a speech. I said, oh, hell. You know, you just can't make this up, man. Clown. But they ought to walk him out in handcuffs. We ought to have term limits. We ought to do a sweep down there, you know. There ought to be a full-blown sweep down there in the sewer. Not the swamp, the sewer. But hey, I love you guys. God bless you and your family. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love, you guys.